Somalia just made a move that shifts power, not symbolically, not theoretically, but structurally. After decades of foreign interference, weaponized instability, and global narratives designed to keep Somalia begging, we didn't go to the IMF, didn't wait for donor blessings, and didn't even schedule a capacity building workshop in Nairobi. Somalia did what sovereign nations do when it's time to rise. It built the tools of its own reconstruction. Somalia just launched a national steel factory, Banadir Steel. Somalia owned, engineered, and operated. Steel, the bones of bridges, the spine of skyscrapers, the currency of nations that intend to stand tall. And for years, analysts said Somalia lacked industrial capacity. But we replied, tell that to the furnace. Let's check it out.
dhammaan akhyaarta meesha isugu timaa salaamaya maanta waa maalin runtii aad iyo aad u weyn warshad samaynaysa ferrotondino in dalka laga furaahe micnaha ay leedahay wax soo saarkeeda ka sokow.
All right, so this isn't just metal. This is sovereignty forged and glowing. So picture this. Mogadishu, November 8, 2025. Inside a industrial warehouse humming with energy, President Hassan Sheikh Mahmoud stands beside young Somali engineers, not foreign consultants with clipboards, and behind them, Banadir Steel. The country's newest and most strategic heavy industry milestone is this factory, recycling Somalia's own scrap metal, producing rebar and construction steel, feeding Mogadishu's booming housing market, right? So creating 400 plus jobs instantly, cutting import dependence on Gulf and Asian steel markets. This injects confidence into Somalia's private sector because for the first time in decades, Somalia is producing a material that every developing nation needs without foreign permission slips. So President Hassan Sheikh Mahmoud put it simply, industries like this will help us reclaim what we have lost in 30 years. And from the outside, many people assume that Somalia can't handle heavy industry, too unstable, too risky, too dependent. You know the script, the same one they use to justify control. But the truth is, Somalia's private sector is one of the most agile, entrepreneurial, and fastest moving in East Africa. It runs on diaspora investment, community financing networks, high-speed innovation, minimal bureaucracy, and a massive demand for construction materials. A long historic culture of craftsmanship going back generations. And scrap metal recycling isn't low capacity. It's efficient, green, and sovereign. So by no means is this charity, this isn't aid, this is Somali ingenuity formalized into industry, right? And this is historic because when a country manufactures its own steel, it wins three different advantages. The first being construction independence because buildings rise on local terms. The second is price control, right? So no more foreign markups. And the third is youth transformation. So unemployment becomes a skilled labor and engineering, right? So let's look at how this affects the nation overall. So there's going to be 5 national power shifts. Again, the first being youth employment. So 400 plus families have been raised immediately. So this is one of Somalia's biggest industrial hirings in years. So welders, logistics, mechanical engineering, furnace operation, transport and supply, quality assurance, right? Secondly, economic sovereignty. So Somalia has been spending hundreds of millions importing steel. Now money stays in country. Contractors buy local and the housing becomes more affordable. So national capital stops leaking abroad. And this is what sovereignty sounds like, machinery running at home. Additionally, private sector confidence. So President Hassan Sheikh Mahmoud sent a clear invitation. Somali investors build here. No subtext, no ambiguity. Every investor who sees a president celebrating an industry is hearing the same thing. Green light. Somalia means business. And industrial innovation. So by recycling scrap metal, Banadir Steel creates a low production cost, a cleaner urban environment, a circular economy model, a manufacturing blueprint for others as well in different sectors. So this is how developing or redeveloping nations leapfrog, not by copying, but by innovating what we already have. And then diaspora attraction. So Somalia's diaspora sends billions home yearly. Imagine redirecting just 5% of that into factories, tech parks, logistics firms, agribusinesses, fisheries, real estate, shipping yards. That's not development, that's acceleration. And Somalia didn't just open the door, right? It's Somalia saying diaspora, walk through. So this isn't a first step by any means. This is a return to Somalia's role as an industrial and trading hub of the Horn of Africa. If Banadir Steel expands, which the president openly supports, Somalia could soon manufacture L-beams, steel plates, roofing sheets, housing frames, shipyard components, port reinforcement structures, right? Full prefabricated homes and the likes. So this is a moment, the ground floor of a national renaissance, right? So a country that produces its own steel doesn't just build structures, it builds dignity, it builds agency, it builds a future that isn't imported but forged. So Somalia isn't recovering by any means, it's rebuilding intentionally, powerfully, and permanently. MashaAllah, that's your Africa Insight for today. Please don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe because I'm Mr. Empower TV. We don't chase the headlines, we chase the truth behind them. This is Mr. Empower, and I'll see you in the next video. Peace.